At this moment, I'd like to call this meeting to order. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This meeting is hereby called to order. My name is Roderick Frierson. I'm a member of the MARTA Board of Directors, and I am delighted and proud to share the MARTA's ongoing commitment to the fiscal responsibility. Is there anyone present today that needs a sign language interpreter or translator? All right, seeing none, this public hearing is being conducted tonight at Clayton County Commission's Chambers, 112 Smith Street, Jonesboro, Georgia, 30236. To consider proposed fiscal year 2020 operating and capital budgets, I'm happy to announce that we have a $203.5 million in MARTA revenue reserves, which exceed the statutory requirements. We are excited to let you know that this is the 7th consecutive year of having a balanced budget. Let me begin by introducing other board members and or elected officials, and also let me introduce the MARTA senior staff. We have with us this evening Frank Rucker, Chief of Capital Program Planning and Innovation. We have Senior Staff Member Erica Pines, Senior Director of Public Engagement. And we also have the Clayton County, is it Deetra Stanford? Deetra Stanford, Chief Operating Officer. She's here also? He. Okay. Where is he? Dietrich. Not here. Okay, I understand. So we invite your comments at this public hearing to give residents and concerned citizens the opportunity to voice their individual opinions on the proposed fiscal year 2020 operating and capital budgets. The MARTA Board, when making the final decision on the proposal, will consider comments received this evening along with any other letters received. Please be assured that MARTA is interested in your comments. In accordance with the MARTA Act, the MARTA Board of Directors has established rules governing public hearings, and copies of these rules have been made available to each of you. I particularly call your attention to Rule Number 2, which requires that all persons desiring to be heard must register with the official presiding officer presiding over the hearing. Speakers must be heard in the order in which they are registered. At this time, we would hear from Cynthia Beasley, Senior Director and Comptroller, who will provide an overview of the proposed fiscal year 2020 operating and capital budgets.
Thank you, Mr. Frierson. The MARTA Board is considering the adoption of the fiscal year 2020 proposed operating and capital budgets that were developed with the following strategic priorities. 1, consistently provide excellence in customer service. 2, deliver the capital program with speed and efficiency. 3, strengthen the MARTA brand. And 4, demonstrate fiscal responsibility. The fiscal year 2020 proposed operating budget includes the following customer, fiscal, and employee focus highlights. Sustain current service levels. Balance the budget. Establish Rider Advisory Council. Improve customer experience. Enhance quality of service. Clean, safe, reliable vehicles and stations. Implement Year of the Bus initiative. Implement Station Management Program. Initiate Station Community Hubs Plan. Engage in more TOD initiatives. Enhance technology for customer communications. Balance the budget. Optimize the use of contractual services. Support technology obligations. Reevaluate fare increase policy. initiate resetting and other cost reduction initiatives, continue employee recognition initiatives, initiate customer and management training, include merit and negotiated increases, provide continued career development training. For fiscal year 2020 proposed budget and overall long-term financial plan, MARTA will continue to operate within its means while implementing efficiency and cost reduction initiatives, continuously evaluating opportunities for savings, revenue generation, and other enhancements. These initiatives will allow MARTA to conduct strategic and process improvements to ensure the future success of our system. The fiscal year 2020 proposed budget represents the continued commitment of staff to maintain a safe and secure system, improve service quality, respond to customer needs, and prepare MARTA for the future of transit in the Atlanta region, while simultaneously containing costs. The proposed net operating expenditure budget consists of $513.9 million in transit operating expenditures to provide safe, reliable, and affordable bus, mobility, and rail service. No fare increase is planned for fiscal year 2020. Any increase in base fare and other fare rates are deferred. MARTA plans to reevaluate its policy on fare management. Continuation of the current partnership program discount structure is proposed for fiscal year 2020. The proposed fares for fiscal year 2020 will remain constant as follows. 1. The base fare and monthly pass will remain at $2.50 and $95 respectively. The mobility base fare will remain at $4. The mobility monthly pass will remain at $128, and the reduced fare will remain at $1. In the fiscal year 2020 proposed budget, MARTA's fixed route bus system is proposed to consist of 110 bus routes in DeKalb, Fulton, City of Atlanta, and Clayton County. This service is projected to operate approximately 32.7 million total vehicle miles. The MARTA Mobility Demand Response Paratransit service coverage for fiscal year 2020 is projected to reach 8.4 million revenue miles and almost 750,000 revenue hours. In fiscal year 2020, the rail service projection is 23.5 million total rail car miles to accommodate ridership needs. The rail system currently consists of 47.6 miles of double track and 38 stations. Additionally, the light rail service projection is 123.3 thousand total car miles for fiscal year 2020. MARTA's fiscal year 2020 proposed operating revenue budget totals $513.9 million and is funded by the following projected sources. $256.8 million of MARTA's projected fiscal year 2020 sales tax revenue of $562 million will fund the operating budget. About $28.7 million will be allocated to an escrow account to fund a future Clayton County high capacity passenger option. Another $28.8 million will be allocated to a reserve account to fund future City of Atlanta expansion, such as rail infill stations, high-capacity transit, and transit centers. The remaining $238.3 million of sales tax revenue will be allocated to the fiscal year 2020 capital funding program. $25 million in ad valorem tax fee revenue, which is associated with the ad valorem legislative make whole provision. $79.4 million in federal assistance, which includes the flex of 5307, 5309 preventive maintenance to the operating budget, as well as $8.4 million in CMAC funding. A total of $122.6 million is projected from passenger revenue. Another $12.5 million is projected from other transit-related revenues, which includes advertising revenue, station parking revenue, and investment income. Lease and rental incomes, including transit-oriented development and other income, total $9.1 million. The reserves for fiscal year 2020 is expected to retain its fiscal year 2019 balance of $203.5 million. I will now summarize the fiscal year 22 proposed capital funds budget. MARTA's fiscal year 2020 proposed capital budget provides total capital expenditures of $582.7 million. The sum total includes $391.8 million for capital improvements, $150.9 million in debt service, and $40 million for more MARTA initiatives. The capital improvement program provides for the replacement, rehabilitation, and enhancement of facilities, vehicles, and equipment required to support system safety, transit operations, and regulatory requirements. The program ensures that the transit system is maintained to enable delivery of high-quality service. In addition, funds are also allocated to support the authority's planning program. Other activities may be undertaken as authorized by the Board of Directors. MARTA is authorized to sell bonds, floating rate notes, and/or tax-exempt commercial paper to fund its capital improvement program. Debt service comprised of principal and interest payments on fixed and variable rate debt issues is also funded by the capital program. A total of $798.1 million is available to support the fiscal year 2020 proposed capital budget from the following sources. The prior year's capital fund carryover is estimated at $25 million. Prior year's Clayton County sales tax escrow and City of Atlanta sales tax reserve of $96.2 million and $73.6 million, respectively. Current year's Clayton County sales tax escrow and City of Atlanta sales tax reserve of $28.7 million and $29.8 million, respectively. The capital portion of sales tax, excluding Clayton County escrow and City of Atlanta reserves, is estimated at $238.3 million. Federal capital assistance and state grants interest income are budgeted at $35 million and $1.5 million, respectively, for the continued building and renovation of our bus and rail system. Approximately $270 million is projected to be secured through a financing program, primarily the sale of fixed-rate bonds or floating-rate notes or other debt instruments. However, based on market conditions, cash balances, and other unanticipated impacts on projected cash flows, MARTA reserves the right to issue debt in excess of the specified amount. This concludes my remarks on the fiscal year 2020 proposed operating and capital budgets.
Tag team. How's everybody doing?
Well,
Thank you so much. One of the things that we have the opportunity to do at this point is to hear from the community. And it says we will now receive comments from the public on this subject, which is being the proposed budget. Please come forward when your name is called. I will call you. I will call on you in the order in which you were registered. A court reporter is making an official transcript of this hearing, and your testimony will become part of the public record. We want everyone who wishes to do so to have the opportunity to speak. So each speaker is limited to no more than 3 minutes. If there is anyone in the audience who would like to speak but has not registered already, please raise your hand and we will provide you with the registration card to fill out. All right?
No speakers.
We're gonna get started.
No speakers.
We don't have any speakers. I understand that COO Dietrich Stanford was here. Dietrich, are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
There you are. We want to thank you for providing the meeting space for the hearings and for our meetings, and thank you for always supporting MARTA and public transit. Does everybody know Mr. Stanford? Very good. Okay. Is there anybody that didn't register that would like to ask a question or make a comment? At this time, just raise your hand. Okay, that means you understood everything. Everything was very thorough. Okay. We are at the conclusion phase, and if there's anyone who would like to be heard, again, please say so, raise your hand, and we'll make sure you have that opportunity. But if you think of something later, you can always make written comments, and you can email them to our MARTA address, the email address. Ms. Thornton or Ms. Pines will be happy to give you that. You can also mail them your comments and your suggestions or questions to the MARTA headquarters at 2424 Piedmont Road, Northeast, Atlanta, Georgia, 30324. You can also fax your comments to 404-848-4179. And before I close, let me just apologize for my tardiness. Most of you probably know that I have 6 grandchildren and 3 great-grands, and I have grandmama duty after school. And so the first grader, her mom was late getting off from work downtown, transit. She needed to have been on MARTA. But I had to wait until her mom got home before I could come. So I do apologize, because your time is valuable, and we appreciate you being here. I noticed that we have some of our staff that we recognized staff earlier. Mr. Frierson, where did you go? Thank you. Mr. Frierson is one of our new board members, and we're very happy to have him representing DeKalb County, am I right? That's right. Very good, very good. We tend to tag team and cover for each other, and that's a good working relationship. I would like to close this meeting by noting that there were 10 people present today. There were 0 comments made, and there were no media representatives. There were 7 MARTA board members and staff present, and I will let you know that Mr. Griffin, the other board member representing Clayton County, called me this afternoon and said that he wasn't going to be able to come. So again, we cover for each other, and Jerry Griffin is my partner in crime on this board, and we appreciate him. Thank you all for your participation at this public hearing, which is now adjourned. And those that wanted to speak with me, I'll be happy to stay and talk.
And Clayton County reporting.
Yes, we are also very thankful, Mr. Stanford, that this is being recorded and to be broadcast on the county's television channel, CCTV. And I think right now, Dietrich, are we only on Xfinity Comcast, or are we on other mediums? Xfinity Comcast, CCTV 23. And we definitely appreciate that, because people that don't actually get a chance to attend can still see and listen and hear what went on and have some input. So thank you all for that. Again, thank you all for being here, and have a good night.